hold on. Have you seen her video that, or read the article that she wrote about child abuse and how you and the steps to make sure people don't know you're abusing your kids?
Well, no, so.
No, seriously, dude.
No, but what's wrong with abusing children in your worldview? Why is it wrong to abuse children?
You shouldn't.
Because look at this right here. Like, don't you support abortion? Abortion is child abuse.
Okay, so that's not what I asked you, though. I'll talk to you about abortion in a second. But do you think it's cool to beat children?
It's okay to spank your children.
But would you if you read an article that said, hey, look, here's some ways for you to make sure that you beat your kids so that people don't see the bruises, like only use a wooden spoon, don't use your hand, don't ever do it in public because they might take your kids away, like make sure that if your kid's crying that you don't like allow that and accept that. Is that cool?
I think it's okay. Well, the Bible says that he who spares the rod hates his child. So like, or like hates his son, or like, I don't know the exact wording, but like if you spare the rod and don't discipline your child with a rod, then you hate your kid because you're not disciplining your kid and teaching them the way they should go and teaching them that there's going to be like punishment for evil things that are done, for rebellion that's committed. So like, yeah, it's okay to use the rod on your children according to God.
Okay, but even though you kind of misquoted the Bible a couple minutes ago.
Misquoted? In what way?
You even said, I'm not sure.
No, I didn't give you the exact wording, but that's the general message of the verse.
That's the definition of misquoting.
I'm giving you a paraphrase, okay? A paraphrase is not a misquotation.
Okay. So where in the Bible does it talk about abortion? Specifically?
Thou shalt not murder.
But like, where's the word abortion in the Bible?
Well, where's like there's no specific command against like murdering 5-year-olds or 10-year-olds in the Bible. So there doesn't need to be a specific command for every age group, right? Thou shalt not murder covers every age group. You shouldn't be like, oh, when they're in a certain stage of life, we need a specific command for this stage of life. No. So all human beings have value, and none of them should be murdered.
So I'm just trying to again like ask like, where in the Bible does it say abortion?
No, the Bible doesn't use the word abortion.
Okay.
But why does that even matter? It says thou shalt not murder. So you murder somebody, you're in rebellion against God. Abortion is murder.
Honey, it's not though.
Why not? The killing of an innocent human being who's living in the first stages of life, unjustly destroying somebody's life when they're living where they need to live, like everybody needs to live inside the body of their mother. Like, why is that not murder?
Because it's not how science works.
Oh, how does science work to tell you it's not murder?
Well, you have to actually, there's stages of development, and pregnancy is not synonymous with the word baby, and you came to be thinking that it is.
Well, no, a new human being is living and growing in the first stages of life. That happens when you're pregnant. You don't have the right to kill that human being.
So when does pregnancy start?
At conception.
Okay, no it doesn't actually, because there's actually, if we even want to talk about pregnancy, a fertilized egg needs to travel for 72 hours to actually implant itself into a uterus, and that's when pregnancy.
Well, a fertilized egg is not really a thing. It's called an embryo. And an embryo is a new human being. And when you're carrying a new human being, you're pregnant. You're with child. You have a human being that you're supposed to love and take care of, and you shouldn't intentionally murder that human being, intentionally kill that human being.
But if it's not even in a developmental stage yet, because it hasn't embedded into the uterus to start actual development, it's not a person.
Why not? Why are you discriminating on like what stage of life they're in? You're basing their value on what stage of life they're living in?
Many things are life. Unfertilized eggs are life. Your sperm is life.
Right, but they're not human beings.
They're not human beings?
No.
Okay.
Read a biology textbook.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm agreeing with you. They're not human beings.
Right. A sperm cell is not a human being.
Meat doesn't make that.
No, actually, there is a point in time when you come into existence. That's the beginning of life. That's called an embryo. You have to start somewhere. You start very small, and you grow, and you grow, and you grow.
It starts in testicles and in eggs.
No, a new DNA is formed. A new organism comes into being with the connection of the egg cell and the sperm cell. A human being, of the species human being, if you want to use the word species. It's not a raccoon, it's not an elephant, it's not a lizard, it's a human being. New human organism. And that grows into what you are today, what I am today. We used to be embryos.
It grows into what?
It's a little...
Oh, activist mommy's here. I'm done. Activist mommy's here. Activist mommy's here, everybody. I'm going to go away from Neil deGrasse Tyson here, and we'll be back. Thanks, everybody.
Love these kids. Love these children.
Love the ladies.
Love the little babies in the womb. Don't discriminate against them. You're going to go to hell if you continue to discriminate based on age. Reject that evil. Put your faith in Jesus Christ. He can save you from the wrath of God. That's going to...
Jesus Christ actually led me to this work.
No, no, that's a false Jesus.
Oh, tell me about my Jesus.
Satan led you into this work.
Okay.
This is the work of the devil, but Jesus Christ came to destroy the works of the devil. We follow Jesus Christ.
Anti-woman, anti-gay, activist mommy, go away. Anti-woman, anti-gay, activist mommy, go away. Anti-woman, anti-gay, activist mommy, go